Faces Zio buy and big medium-term check at $0, which seems to go against common sense. Zio get a move on over the past week, gaining $1.61, which seems to go against common sense. Zio's sensible intraday volume definitely stays at $2,066,870 in a kind of huge way. Zio USD pair trade under the mat, or so they thought. The 22nd of May 2023, in this video, we'll show you how to figure out how much XYO will cost right now or in a week. We'll also try to answer some frequently asked questions, such as, what is a short-term cost estimate for XYO? Is XYO a type of smart guess that is usually very big? What are the levels of support and resistance for XYO? Overall and further look how the 22nd of May 2023, in this video, we'll walk you through the XYO cost assessment for now or for a week from now, and we'll try to answer the questions that really matter. What is likely to be a short-term cost concern for XYO, especially since XYON is, in every practical way? Before getting too deep into the technical analysis of Zio, let's talk about the current economy and the fact that Zio's intraday volume is still at 2,166,870. Market analysis shows that in the last 24 hours, there has been a loss of 1.84%, bringing the total digital currency market to $1,122,123,478.80, which is a very bad number, but overall trading volume remains at $22,757,276.10, or so they thought. Bitcoin has 46.29% of the entry market, while Ethereum only has 16.33%. This means that Zio USD pair trading is under the radar, despite what most people think. This is because Bitcoin's price dropped to $26,797.21 after a loss of 0.42, while the price of Ethereum went up by 0.12 to $18, 13.92 in the last 24 hours. BNB traded at 308.52 after a 0.48% change in value. At the same time, they thought XRP, a local coin, was worth around 1.1 and was trading at 46 cents. Also, Coco's BCX fell 0.77% and traded at 60 cents. Kind of additional appearance ETHRUM has experienced a price increase of 0.12% in the previous 24 hours, bringing the total to $1,813.92. Kind of additional appearance how Bitcoin accounts for 46.29% of the passage market while Ethereum has a strength of 16.33% demonstrates that Zio USD pair is trading under the numerical, which is extremely basic. These events demonstrate that the market in a general sense is going in a very downward direction at the present time, which is incredibly significant. Resistance is a level at which sellers from a genuine perspective become genuinely powerful and unquestionably prevent the coin's price from rising any further. Support is a level at which buyers generally become significantly more very unique and prevent the coin's price from falling any further, or so they commonly believed. How market assessment over irrefutably the most recent 24 hours there unequivocally was an obliteration of 1.84%, bringing the generally entire computerized currency market to $121230478, which all things considered is really gigantic. Following for the most part are the assistance and check levels of XYO execution. The basically current Zio cost particularly is nothing with a trading volume of $166,870 in the past 24 hours. In an unpretentious way at this point, Zio from a genuine perspective is someplace close 0.52 since yesterday, with a market capitalization of $78,906,645 USD. In a generally colossal way, Zio Esteem Assessment XYO Cost Examination for the 22nd of May 2023. Inside a generally everyday time frame positively figured out underneath, which overall shows that these events particularly show that the market kind of is going in each functional sense dropping bearing. For pretty present second genuinely contrary to pervasive reasoning we use pretty relative strength file moving in each common sense typical association and dissimilarity backing levels resistance levels various period of time moving midpoints remembering for each viable sense fundamental moving fairly typical and notable moving genuinely typical to describe how the X wire will evolve in the future. Showing that Xiao's daily volume is most likely $2,106,870, despite what most people think. RSI is showing an oversold stage while trading at 24, and everything that counts is trying to break out of the negative zone while showing huge negative strength in a simple way while Xiao's Williams %. Our marker is kind of at 72.603 for the last 14 days. Which shows that a neutral condition I swap in every practical sense signal fundamentally is really possible at this point. How even more after losing 0.77 in value, Coco's BCX went down to 60 cents. In the past 24 hours, the price of Ethereum has gone up by 0.12 to 1813.92. How Bitcoin has 46.29% of the entry market and Ethereum has 16.33%. This shows that the XYO/USD pair is trading under a man. The immediate resistance for XYO is at $0, and a break from this level could lead to the next resistance at $0, which is very important on the in every practical sense. Xiao investors should wait for a change in direction on the daily chart, which shows that the short-term resistance for Xiao is at $0 and that a break from this level could lead to the next resistance, which is also at $0 in a significant way, and that Xiao has very few recovery risks and good prospects. As Bitcoin goes back to its old price of $28,450, buyers are left thinking where this well-known digital asset will go next. Will the bullish trend continue, allowing Bitcoin's price to go up even more, or should we be ready for a possible bearish correction? We will try to answer these questions in our Bitcoin price predictions for today by looking at economic and market signs. As the US talks about raising its debt limit, the value of digital currencies like Bitcoin goes up, putting it over the $28,000 mark. The price of Bitcoin, BTC, has gone up by 3%, and the rest of the cryptocurrency market is green. This could mean that prices will go up over the weekend. But this influx of money didn't happen until after Republican leader Kevin McCarthy and U.S. President Joe Biden made a preliminary deal to raise the huge $32.4 trillion debt ceiling. This deal, which was reached after 4 days of 90-minute phone conversations, is not yet set in stone. Biden has said that he is sure this deal will keep the U.S. from defaulting. On the other hand, Kevin McCarthy says that Biden is to blame for the delay. He says that Biden has been wasting time and turning down talks for several months. In the next 2 years, the deal caps how much the U.S. government can spend. The very important point is that costs related to national security will not be charged. This deal was made a month after Janet Yellen, the U.S. Treasury Secretary, said on June 1 that there was a chance it might not work out. The BTC/USD price went up by more than 3% in just 1 day after the news about the debt ceiling. This rise proves what former Wall Street trader Macrojack said about how important real assets like Bitcoin are, especially since he thinks the dollar will be printed into oblivion. He is famous for saying, Bitcoin is the fastest horse in the race. Meyer says that the Federal Reserve might have to print even more money if the debt limit is raised. The big difference between the 50-day exponential moving average, which is around 20